then I'll feel better. I mean, Karina did it, so it's probably
You can probably just test it now with it. Test 1 2, testing 1 2, test 1 2, audio check 1 2. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's it.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I think you trimmed it a little bit.
Nope. He's likely working.
Hasn't even gotten to the yet that you're testing. So, like, that's like
I'm sure it's fine. I see cars moving on it, so
you know, one of the things that I originally wanted to happen was that if there's people that have hearing impairment in the audience, if they
Yeah.
want to listen to the live stream,
yeah,
right? So they can watch the game and still be able to hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or that they're doing
but it's always going to be a little bit behind. A little bit.
If it's not much though.
Yeah.
You know, if it's at least they find out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like Chrissy's brother,
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah, blind.
Yeah, he wants to be able to hear the game.
Yeah.
Right? So she said that he was really enjoying being able to listen. So
Yeah.
he just stays at home and listens now. So.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Oh yeah.
Remember, let these things up to the mirror.
Okay, because we got on horse. It's a good workout. Which is one of the reasons why I don't live stream won't be able to keep it going. We can just so that's what we lost with Wi-Fi. I don't know if you have it.
Yep, so far. It'll kick me off.
I was like, if I can read us here because then we have two phones. Sometimes I might not have the other phone. You just have to read us here.
I have no idea.
Hey, Jacob! Played 3 years. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Durham and District Community Center. We are live for Game 5 of the WOAA Senior AA quarterfinal series between the Durham Thundercats and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. The best of 7 series is tied at 2 games apiece. Last Saturday night in Port Elgin, these two teams played Game 4. Durham went into that game with a 2-1 series lead, but it was Trent Hawk with 2 goals and 1 assist. Winterhawks scoring 4 unanswered goals in the third period. Blake Sinclair made 35 saves as the Winterhawks came away with a 5-2 win over the Thundercats. One other series still ongoing here on the AA side in the South Division. The Tavistock Royals defeated the Petrolia Squires on Wednesday night to tie that series at 2 games apiece. They are not in action tonight. That series resumes tomorrow night in Tavistock. The Mapleton Minto 81 swept aside the Shallow Lake Crushers last weekend, 4 straight games. They will now face the winner of this series. And also in the South Division, the Clinton Radars swept the Huron East Centenaires. They will face the winner of Tavistock and Petrolia. On the Senior A side tonight, Milverton is at Ripley at 8:30, and the Lucknow Lancers are at the Shelburne Muskies for a 9 o'clock start. Your lineup notes for tonight, not in the lineup for the Winterhawks. Number 22, Brett Brophy. Number 24, Trevor Smith. Number 26, Dave Mercer. Number 29, Alex Penner. Number 44, Josh Jackson. And number 35, Josh Sturrock. Drawing into the lineup tonight for Winterhawks is number 13, Greg Wardell. Number 21, Kyle Rolston. And number 25 tonight, Justin Ainsley. Not in the lineup tonight for Durham, number 17, John Aitken. Number 19, Brendan Ray. Number 25, AJ Smith. And goaltender Troy Laux. Your starting netminders tonight for Durham, number 29, Gatlin Burt. He is 2-2 in this series with a 2.75 goals against average with 1 shutout. Starting in goal for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks is number 32, Blake Sinclair. He is also 2-2 in this series with a 2.75 goals against average. Your remaining series schedule: Game 6 tomorrow night, a 7:30 start in Port Elgin, and if necessary, Game 7 Sunday afternoon here in Durham. That will be a 1 o'clock start. Series notes tonight: Trent Hawk leads the Winterhawks in scoring in this series, 5 goals, 1 assist for 6 points. Chris Brown leads the way for Durham, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points as the Zebras come out onto the ice. Special teams in this series, the Winterhawks are 5 for 15 on the power play. It's clicking at 33%. Durham is 3 for 14 with the extra man, 21% success rate. Winterhawks are winless in Durham in this series. They are 0-3-1 and have only they are 0-2 in this playoff series here in Durham and have only 1 goal scored here in Durham. Winterhawks waiting to come out on the ice just below me. The big line intact for the Winterhawks tonight: Blake Underwood centering Trent Hawk and Brent McDermott. We'll wait to see what the defense pairings are. We expect the line of Brian Kazarian, Curtis Johnston, and Andy Fraz to remain intact. They have struggled in this series. They have combined for just 2 assists and no goals in the series. They are looking to break out here. And here come the Winterhawks. Cheers for the visiting club as they step out onto the ice. Third line for the Winterhawks will be Jay Thompson, with Dave Grant centering and Andy Mitchell on the wings. On the fourth line, Chris King with Greg Wardell and Justin Ainsley.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask you.
And we are ready to go here in Durham, except the scoreboard isn't on. Hopefully they figure that out. Your starting netminders tonight again for the Durham Thundercats is number 29, Gatlinburg. He is 2-2 in these playoffs with a 2.75 goals against average. With one for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, number 32, Blake Sinclair. He is 2-2 in these playoffs, and he also has a 2.75 goals against average. And we are still waiting for the score clock to turn on. There we go. Lights, camera, action. We are ready to go. Scoreboard on. Winterhawks starting the line of Underwood, Hawk, and McDermott. We are underway. Durham Thundercats in white. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks in their road double blues as we have an icing call waved off right off the bat. Bird out to play it behind his own net. Knocked up the boards to shot. Held in by Hafling. Shoots at the net. Deflection rebound. And it is cleared away by McMillan. It comes out to center. Hafling pokes it away. Back the other way comes Trent Hawk. Hawk goes wide. Pass didn't find Underwood, and it's into behind the net. Kyler Nixon. Pass up to Randy Cox. He chips it out to center. Hafling collects it for the Winterhawks. Hafling. Pass up too far for McDermott, and it is off the glass and down the ice. Knocked down by Quaid as he fires one out to center to Hafling. Up to Underwood as both teams start to get a change. McDermott's shot doesn't make it to the net, and it will be Johnston holding it in for the Winterhawks as McDermott tries to spin away from the check, comes out to center as Smales plays it over to Rolston. And that one will be icing as that pass went too far into the Durham zone, and it will come back into the Saugeen Shores zone. Not in the lineup tonight if you're just joining us. For Saugeen Shores, number 22, Brett Brophy, number 24, Trevor Smith, number 26, Dave Mercer, number 29, Alex Penner, number 44, Josh Jackson. Backing up tonight for the Winterhawks is number 31, Kevin McGivern. Long pass up to Johnston. He will shoot off a stick, hits the glass in the corner. And Kazarian will end up with it. His pass goes all the way down the ice. No icing, obviously, is passed by the Winterhawks down into their own zone. Smales back to get it for the Winterhawks. Pass up, nearly picked off, but it comes out to center. Shot back in. by Durham as it comes back out. Jay Thompson to center. Thompson in over the line, shoots, hits a shin pad, and goes all the way over to Terpstra. Terpstra behind the net. His pass. And it is up to Squina, who goes in over the line, shoots it in on Sinclair. He gloves that and leaves it for Jacob Brown. Brown passes it over to Tatey. Tatey pass up into the feet of Mitchell, and that will go for icing. We are just over 2 minutes into this one. Scoreless between the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and Durham Thundercats here in Game 5. Not in the lineup tonight for Durham, number 17, John Aitken, number 19, Brendan Ray, number 25, AJ Smith. Drawing in tonight for Durham, number 3, Brock West, and number 4, Jason Tremble. Mitchell, pass into the neutral zone behind Thompson, but it bounces to Dave Grant. Grant brings it in over the line, stops and waits. He shoots. Burt makes the save, and West will clear it up the boards to Terpstra. Terpstra carries it out, pass deflected, and it will be knocked back to Jacob Brown and over to his defense partner, Tatey. Tatey pass back to Brown. Brown long pass in the neutral zone, not quite making it to Dave Grant as that one is shot high over the netting and out of play with 17:23 to play here in the first period. Your defense pairings tonight for the Winterhawks, Brendan Hafling and Nick Quaid, Kyle Rolston and Mike Smales, and Jacob Brown and Greg Tatey. King, Wardell, and Ainsley, the line for the Winterhawks. Durham responds with Pitt, Tremble, and Tremble. That'll be easy. Quaid, long pass too far. That will go for icing. And they'll try it over again. Jason Tremble back in the lineup. He was injured in Game 1 on a hard check by Kyle Rolston. This is his first appearance since taking that hit. Hafling carries it out to center. Pass up to Ainsley. Ainsley chips it by. Kyler Nixon picks it up, rings it around the boards. Wardell is there for it. Shoots it at the net. Deflected. Scores! Brendan Hafling! And the Winterhawks are on the board. 3-minute mark. The shot from the point as Hafling was retreating back. He got a stick on it and deflects it by. Brendan Hafling opens the scoring here in Game 5. So that goal reads Brendan Hafling from Greg Wardell at the 3-minute mark as Lucas Schott brings it in for Durham. Centering pass. And nobody found that when it goes to the sideboards. McMillan behind the net. McMillan centers and pass. Nobody there. It's high over the net. Will not clear that out as it's shot back in. Schott will pick it up. His centering pass deflects. And it was held in. Shot stopped by Sinclair as Brown stepped into that one for Durham. Quaid. Pass over to Hawk. It's in his feet. He backhands one out to center and down the ice. That will go for icing. And that will come back into the Saugeen Shores zone as the Winterhawks had some issues clearing their zone. A few aborted attempts there. Curtis Johnston checked off the draw. Held in McMillan. The shot stopped by Sinclair. Rebound comes out. He stops the rebound. Another rebound stopped by Sinclair. And Kyle Rolston picks it up. And he will hang on to it and set things up. Kyle Rolston. Pass very nearly picked off, but retrieved, and Andy Fraz will shoot it in for the Winterhawks. McMillan. Over to Väisänen. Väisänen, his pass. Oh, and stepped up. Kyle Rolston gets another one. Ziegel was looking up at Kyle Rolston has made a name for himself for his big open ice hits, and he threw one on Ryan Ziegel there. Andy Fraz out to center. Jay Thompson will knock it in for Saugeen Shores. Burt out to play it. West will clear it around to Terpstra. Terpstra carries it out to center. Terpstra brings it in, drops it, pass stolen, and back comes Dave Grant. Pass up to Jay Thompson. Thompson leaves it for Grant, shoots, hits the side of the net. And it will be Durham coming back the other way. It is Ziegel. As Thompson knocks him down. Tough shift for Ziegel. Mitchell clears out to center. Dave Grant has Thompson going to the net in. Jacob Brown shot off the post. Right in front. The rebound is there, cleared away. Terpstra as Mitchell's there to hold it in. Dean Nixon. Pass over to Brock West. West. Pass out to the middle. Tatey picks it up and will shoot it into the beam. And out of play. 14:09 to play here in the first period. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks leading the Durham Thundercats 1-0 on a goal by Brendan Hafling. Some big hits there, most of them at the expense of Ryan Ziegel on that last shift. Hafling clears it in. Burt will put it behind the net for Jeff McMillan. McMillan pass up as Trumbull falls. He gets it to Pitt. Pass into Kevin Trumbull too far, and it's cleared out to center. Trumbull back to Kyler Nixon, to Jeff McMillan. And that will go too far for icing, and it will come back into the Durham zone. Again, game 6 of this series tomorrow night in Port Elgin, a 7:30 start. We will bring it to you on the live stream, but you'll want to get to that one in person. It should be a heck of a game, as one of these teams will be facing elimination tomorrow night. In the neutral zone, Chris Brown drops it to Schott, who backhands it in. Quaid protects the puck behind the net, rings it around to Trent Hawk. Hawk pass up to Blake Underwood. He's 2-on-1 with McDermott. Pass is too far for McDermott. And no shot comes of it as the puck goes down the ice. Sinclair out to play it off the glass. Hits a stanchion and bounces right back to Quaid. Is that pass in the neutral zone picked off as Ziegel shoots in on Sinclair. He gloves it and hangs on with 13 minutes even left here in the first period. Two other games going on tonight on the single A round robin side. Milverton is in Ripley for an 8:30 start, and Lucknow is in Shelburne for a 9 o'clock start. We'll pass along any scores as they become available. On the double A side, Petrolia will be in Tavistock tomorrow night. In the Durham zone, Smales shoots, blocked. Smales again, plays it in behind the net to Kazarian. Kazarian to Fraz, couldn't get a stick on it. And it's Visenden bringing it away for Durham. Pass up to Rigney. Rigney backhands when Sinclair makes the save. Rebound stopped by Sinclair. And the whistle goes as Sinclair looks solid early on for the Winterhawks. Dave Grant, Jay Thompson, Andy Mitchell, the line for the Winterhawks. Squeenia, Ben Davis, and Bill Terpstra for Durham. Off the draw, out to center it goes. And a penalty coming to Durham. Squeenia will go off as Thompson was hit, and it will be a charge on Squeenia. So the Winterhawks head to the power play. For the first time in this game, they are Winterhawks are 5 for 15 on the power play in this series. That is a 33% success rate. And it will be the line of McDermott, Underwood, and Hawk starting with Wardell and Rolston on the points. Draw one. Kyle Rolston controls over to McDermott. McDermott Shoots, stopped by Burt, and he hangs on for the faceoff. Penalty killers for Durham. Ben Davis and Randy Cox with Kyler Nixon and Jeff McMillan. Draw one again by the Winterhawks. Rolston to McDermott. Back over as penalty coming. It's going to be on Durham, I believe. Wait to see the call here. Both referees had it. Interference is going to be the call. And it's going to be Trent Hawk. So we're going to go even up. Trent Hawk. So it is 1 minute of 4-on-4, and then Durham will have a 19-second power play. As Durham controls off the draw, Kyler Nixon shoots, goes wide, rings around. Goaltender interference is the call. Mike Smales brings it out, shoots it in, comes out to McDermott. He plays it back, and it goes all the way down the ice. Kyle Rolston back to get it. Another minute 14 of 4-on-4 as Blake Underwood picks it up. Underwood, pass into the slot, picked off. Underwood will hold it in. Underwood over to McDermott, back to the point. Smales, and his pass into Underwood deflects out of play. 1 minute left in the penalty to Squeenia. A minute 19 left in the penalty to Trent Hawk. 4-on-4 remains. Kazarian and Johnston out for the Winterhawks. It is Brown and Cox for Durham as Quaid shoots it in, blocked by Van Dyke. It's in the corner as Quaid pinching in, held in by Johnston. Johnston carries it down low. Johnston heading for the net, knocked off the puck. Van Dyke has it. He's knocked around by Johnston a little bit. Left for Keith McMillan. McMillan fires it up. Long pass. Randy Cox. Puck knocked away by Hafling. And Cox and Hafling battling it out along the boards. Cox spins away. Pass over Van Dyke. Shot. Stopped by Sinclair and out of play it goes. 19 seconds left in the first penalty. $19 seconds left of 4-on-4, and then a 19-second power play for Durham. At the point, Nixon fakes a shot, shoots, doesn't make it to the net. As Tatey pass up to Mitchell, back to Tatey, back to Mitchell. A little give and go as Mitchell hits the linesman. Behind the net, Tatey down low. Unfamiliar territory for the Winterhawks captain as the penalty comes to an end and Durham is on the power play. Just 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Terpstra picks it up. Pass up to Davis. Davis brings it in, shoots, stopped by Sinclair, rebound, cleared away. And that will do it as we're back to 5-on-5. Winterhawks man comes out of the box. Nearly too many men on the ice. As Jay Thompson stepped on the ice and nearly played that puck before Hawk got on the bench, but no damage done and play continues. Andy Mitchell knocked off the puck by Squeenia. Squeenia in, shot, blocked by Smales. Thompson. Mitchell tries to dive. And he misses the puck, shot back into the Winterhawks zone. Kyle Rolston leaves the puck, but Squeenia's there. Smales back over to Rolston as Rolston carries it out to center. Kyle Rolston brings it in. And as Squeenia topples over, it is carried out. Rigney hit hard by King. Thompson played over to Rolston. Rolston bouncing puck. Thompson makes a move around one. Thompson brings it in. Wines fires, blocked by McMillan. And long pass up. Here comes Ziegel. Ziegel poke checked by Quaid. Quaid and Ziegel battling. Thompson in the corner. Hit by Visinen. Kept in by Nixon. Kyler Nixon. Down low. Hit the post. Visinen stop. And it goes out of the into the corner. Flipped up into the into the roof and out of play. 8 minutes, 32 seconds left as Durham hits the post. 1-0, the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks lead the Durham Thundercats here in the first period. Goal scored by Brendan Hafling. Draw controlled by the Winterhawks, Brendan Hafling. Up to Hawk. Hawk. Pass in is deflected. McMillan, backhander out to center. That will go for icing. And that will come back into the Durham zone for the faceoff. If a Game 7 is required in this series, it will go Sunday afternoon here in Durham. It will be a 1 o'clock start. Well, there's a lot of hockey to be played before then. Jacob Brown off the draw, deflects right in front. Underwood hit the post. Posts all over the place. Icing will be the call. Blake Underwood hit the post as that shot deflected in on Burt. He made the save. The rebound was there, and Underwood hit the post.
All right, Craig, let's go, Craig!
Puck bounces up in the air off the draw. Hawk muscles his way off a check and gets it behind the net. McDermott falls, and it will be Chris Brown passing it up as Jacob Brown had Ryan Cox lined up. He just barely got out of the way as that puck is shot in. Jacob Brown chips it up into the neutral zone. Lucas Schott picks it up, gets it over to Cox. Cox has shot going to the net. Pass deflected into the netting and out of play. And I believe the faceoff will remain in the Saugeen Shores zone to the left of Blake Sinclair.
Kid, hit him. Don't be afraid of these guys.
And off the draw, Kyle Rolston chips it out to center. Smales, try it again. It comes out to center. Andy Fraz picking it up. Fraz has Johnston going to the net. Johnston shoots, stopped by Burt. Puck pops up in the air, comes down behind the net. Fraz picks it up. Fraz to Rolston at the point. Down low to Fraz, out to the point. Smales, shot, deflects. Was in behind the net. Fraz out front, can't get a pass away. And it will be stolen by Dean Nixon as it is cleared to Squina, who carries it out to center. Squina shoots it. Thompson brings it around behind the Winterhawks net. Smales lifted up, and West took a run at Rolston, but he saw it coming. Got out of the way. On the board, Squina down low, and it will be stolen by the Winterhawks, and Kazarian brings it out to center. Kazarian has Thompson heading to the net, and Thompson fell down as he was checked by Dean Nixon, and it comes out to center. Nick Quaid picks it up as both teams get a change. Quaid loses at the line, but it's onside. Shot at the net, rebound comes out, and it will be Ziegel picking it up and bringing it out to center. Ziegel looking out front, finds Nixon, and scores! Kyler Nixon snuck in. Kyler Nixon stuck in off the point. Nobody picked him up. And we are all tied up. Jacob Brown shoots it in off the mask of Brown.
Number 22, Ryan Beckle, number 27, Cody Hutton. Goal scored at 5:54.
And that puck goes down the ice. Brown to play it in the corner. Visinen hit. Puck is in the corner. Visinen comes away with it. He's checked by Brown. Leaves it behind the net. Ziegel looking out front. Ziegel is knocked off the puck by Underwood.
On this team. Hey, Pavel!
Visinen hit by Brown. Tatey picks it up, puts it on the boards to Trent Hawk. Leaves it McDermott. He brings it in. McDermott goes wide. McDermott out front. Hawk banging away at it. And Bert didn't like that one. The scoring play was Kyler Nixon from Ryan Ziegel and Cody Visinen. At 14:06 of the first period, we are all tied up with 5 minutes to play. King, Ainsley, and Wardell with Rolston and Smales. Ben Davis taking the draw for Durham. Wardell plays it into the corner. Ainsley loses it, goes up the boards, held in by Smales, put in behind the net. King pinned to the boards. Ainsley looking for it. He's hit. Comes up the boards to Jason Tremble. Tremble, he's knocked down. Wardell knocks his man down. Wardell, centering pass, doesn't make it to anyone. And it's still in the corner. Jason Tremble picks it up. 3 Thundercats out to center. It is Van Dyke shooting wide. Comes around the boards. Tremble centering pass. Nobody there, and Wardell will pick it up. Flips it out to center. Too far for Chris King. Brock West plays it back the other way. Brad Pitt giving chase for Durham. Pitt. Nobody home on his pass, and it comes out to center. Brock West picking it up. And that shot, that dump in zinged by the ear of Kyle Rolston. Wardell into Fraz. Fraz spins away. Fraz waiting for help. Plays it in behind the net. Or he tried to, and it didn't work out. Kaz back to the point. Hayfling shot. He scores! Brendan Hayfling! His second of the period. And the Winterhawks retake the lead on a bomb by Brendan Hayfling. I don't know if somebody touched it in front, but we'll get the scoring play. But that was a huge shot from Hayfling as that puck goes out over the netting and out of play. So that goal, Brendan Hayfling from Brian Kazarian and Andy Fraz at 16:17 of the first period. Winterhawks retake the lead. And it's behind the net. Lucas shot. Plays it back to the point. Dean Nixon. It is Jacob Brown picking it up. He'll get it out to the neutral zone. Mitchell shoots it the rest of the way. Burt will play it. As Grant hit behind the net as the puck comes around to Chris Brown. Long pass to nobody as Brown will pick it up. And Grant takes a hit, plays it down to Mitchell. Mitchell, he's hit, but puck bounces in front. And Burt catches that and hangs on. Mitchell takes the hit from Nixon. And Andy Mitchell is made of rubber. He just bounces off and keeps on going. 2:55 remaining here in the first period. Saugeen Shores Winterhawks leading the Durham Thundercats 2-1. Smales shot stop, hangs on. Underwood wins the draw. Smales plays it down low behind the net. Too far for McDermott. Squeenia will pick it up for Durham. Chip it out to center ice. Rolston plays it back to Hawk. Hawk pass over to Underwood. He has the puck knocked off his stick and it gets over the line. So the Winterhawks will have to get back on side. Long pass up. McDermott will grab that. McDermott stops. He's hit, but he gets right back up as the puck's out in center ice. Jeff McMillan brings it in over the line. McMillan, backhander, stopped by Sinclair, falls down and he swats it away. As it's in the corner. Ben Davis and Kyle Rolston battling away. Underwood and Terpstra back there too as it comes around. Kyler Nixon holds it in. Behind the net, Terpstra and Nixon taking turns with it. Terpstra comes away with it. Back out to the point, McMillan. He shoots, stopped by Sinclair, rebounds, and that misses the net. Terpstra again as Durham puts some pressure on. McMillan, shot, wide. Right in the net, comes off. And the net comes off as...
Kick it off again, goalie!
1:41 remaining here in the first period. In the corner, Durham controls. Tremble hit. Visinen. Nick Quaid will pick it up. To Kazarian. Kazarian pass over to Hafling. Hafling with 2 goals already tonight. Kevin Van Dyke carries it around for Durham to Cody Visinen. Visinen shoots it into the Saugeen Shore zone. Sinclair grabs that, and he will hang on with 1 minute to go here in the first period. Face off in the Saugeen Shore zone. That's Wardell to the point. West holds it in. Goes into the corner. Tatey clears it up to Mitchell. Mitchell, pass over to Wardell. Wardell. Pass hits a shin pad and comes out to center. Brown will flip it in for Durham. Randy Cox blows a tire behind the net. As that goes in behind the net, 27 seconds left in the period. Jacob Brown. Brown flips it in. Too far for icing. 19 seconds left, and they will try it again as Greg Wardell taking a shift there on the third line with Mitchell and Grant. Perhaps the coach rewarding Wardell early on here. Smales off the draw with 15 seconds to play. Smales off the glass. And with 5 seconds left, McDermott brings it in. McDermott into Underwood. Can't get a shot away as Rolston overskated it. And Smales gets a shot away, but it's too late. And after 20 minutes here in Game 5, the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks shots 14 all after 1 period of play. Saugeen Shores Winterhawks leading the Durham Thundercats 2-1 after 1 period. Goals by Brendan Hafling. A pair for him. And Kyler Nixon responding for Durham. We will be back with the second period in about 15 minutes' time. Stay tuned. Welcome back for the second period of Game 5 between the Durham Thundercats and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. It is 2-1 for Saugeen Shores. After one period of play, shots on goal 14 aside, but it's 2-1 on the scoreboard. Brendan Hafling opened the scoring on a redirection at the 3-minute mark with an assist going to Greg Wardell. Then at 14:06, Kyler Nixon tied it up with assists going to Ryan Ziegel and Cody Visenen. Then at 16:17, Hafling again with a slap shot from the point, with assists to Kazarian and Fraz as the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks come out onto the ice to a big cheer. And cheer coming onto the ice. If you're keeping track of these things at home. We have two updates on the out-of-town scoreboard. Playing in Ripley tonight on the Senior A side. In the round robin, the Milverton four-wheel drives lead the Ripley Wolves 2-1 after one period of play. The Lucknow Lancers and Shelburne Muskies are scoreless in the first period.
25 games?
Yeah. Winterhawks starting the line of Underwood, McDermott, and Hawk with Smales and Rolston on the point. Durham responds with Randy Cox, Chris Brown, and Lucas Schott, with Jeff McMillan and Kyler Nixon. And the second period is underway. The Durham Thundercats in white. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks in their road double blues. As the puck comes in on Blake Sinclair. And Mike Smales will pick that up and spin away from Lucas Schott. Smales, pass up the boards to McDermott. He gains the zone. Pass over in the feet of Underwood. And he couldn't do anything with it. It's in the corner, played behind the net. Too far for Underwood as Cox will play it up to Chris Brown. Brown. He plays it in. Smales couldn't clear. Shot from the point. Stop. And that will be cleared down the ice. Will not be far enough for icing as Trent Hawk gives chase on Nixon. Hawk hits Nixon. And Underwood comes away with it. Underwood spins away. Underwood spins away again. Blake Underwood guarding the puck. Underwood out front. Shot stopped by Burt. And a couple of opportunities at each end to start the second period. Rigney wins the draw for Durham. Fraz steals it back in the corner. He gets it over to Kazarian. Kazarian's checked by Keith McMillan. They battle away in the corner. McMillan and Fraz. Ziegel comes in and gets the puck. Van Dyke away to center. Over to Visenen. Visenen shoots. Stopped by Sinclair. He gloves that and hangs on. Good crowd on hand here in Durham. We expect much the same tomorrow night at the Plex in Port Elgin. 7:30 start. Tatey controls off the draw. Greg Tatey. Pass up to Fraz. Hits his stick. No icing. Burt will clear it around the boards. Back to the point. Tatey plays it in off the backboards, and Van Dyke will pick that up for Durham. Long pass, and that will go for icing. Draw controlled by Durham. It is Squeenia backhanding it out to center. Jay Thompson will try to clear it back in as That puck makes it out to center. Andy Mitchell will pick it up and bring it back the other way. Mitchell shoots, goes high and wide, held in. Quaid shoots, goes wide again, and it will ring all the way down the ice on the fresh ice. Hafling back to get it. Terpstra chases him. Hafling passed up the boards to Grant. He's away. 3 Winterhawks with him. Shoots, and he shoots wide, and back comes Durham. Terpstra pass away. Squeena brings it in. Squeena plays it in behind the net. Referee runs a bit of a pick there for the Winterhawks, and the Winterhawks coming away as Dave Grant will bring it in over the line. Grant has Mitchell going to the net. Pass doesn't make it to him. Dean Nixon turns it over. Burt plays it up. Kept in by Mitchell. It's in the feet of Jay Thompson. He didn't see it until it was too late. Grant steals, but it is Brock West coming away with it. He's 2-on-2 with Terpstra, and that hits Nick Quaid in the face. Nick Quaid, the puck went right up his stick and hit him in the face. And he is cut. No question about it, right over the eye. Nick Quaid, that puck came right up and hit him right above the eye. Had a cut on the eyebrow. Hospital's just down the road here in Durham. Maybe able to get him stitched up in time to get him back in this game. Winterhawks carrying 7 defensemen tonight. Justin Ainsley can also play defense, has played defense routinely. So you might see him switch back on defense here, depending on what happens with Quaid. As that pass for Ainsley goes too far, it comes in on Burt, and he will hang on. Ainsley off the draw, gloved by Burt, and he hangs on. The puck was heading wide.
Come on, Cat! Pick it up! Let's go! I don't know the players.
Draw won by the Thundercats. Kyler Nixon rings it around. It will be Chris Brown picking it up for Durham. Deep long pass over Lucas. Shot stopped by Sinclair. Rebound stop! And it's in! Right on the doorstep. I believe it was Randy Cox. We'll see. Sinclair made the original save, but in comes Randy Cox, and we're all tied up again, 2-2.
Number 5, Randy Cox. Number 23, Lucas Shaw. Number 9, Chris Brown.
So that goal, Randy Cox from Lucas Schott and Chris Brown at 3:18. We are all tied up, 2-all. Draw one by Durham back at the point. Jeff McMillan shoots. Sinclair gloves that one and hangs on. Winterhawks win the draw. Trent Hawk up to McDermott, loses the puck. Rigney will steal for Durham. Now Rigney will bring it in. He stops up, puck bounces up in the air. Nixon's, as that puck bounces around, Tatey will play it in behind. Sinclair knocks it back up the boards. Tatey battling, Rigney in, shot wide. McMillan behind the net. Rigney hit by Brown. Tatey up to Blake Underwood. Underwood in, leaves it for McDermott. And that puck goes into the netting and out of play. The faceoff will stay in the Durham zone. 15:45 remaining here in the second period. It is a 2-all tie between the Durham Thundercats and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks.
813.
Durham controls off the draw. Van Dyke behind his own net, passed up Squina, and that pass deflects and hits a player on the Winterhawks bench. Right now, Winterhawks playing with 5 defensemen, although Justin Ainsley could switch back if they wanted to, but right now they're just going to rotate through the 5 defensemen. If you're just joining us, Nick Quaid hit just above the eye with a puck and left this game with a pretty good cut. 1-on-1, Davis shoots wide. Sinclair steers that one away. Kazarian to center, pass over. Johnston shoots, stop. And I believe that one just grazed Burt as it went wide. Behind the net, Kazarian to Johnston. Johnston gives it away. Gets it back to Kazarian. Kazarian looking out front. Kazarian knocked down off the boards. Hafling couldn't hold it in. Terpster will pick it up. 3-on-1 developing for Durham. And right in front, block turned away as a big play by Mike Smales right there as he broke that play up and Sinclair checked the puck away. At the point, Chris Brown makes a move. Centering pass picked up by Jay Thompson. Thompson can't clear it out. Kept in by Durham, but not the second time as that will go for icing. Weird. Just about 5.5 minutes into the second period as the faceoff will come down to the left of Blake Sinclair. As that will be another icing. Tatey, pass up to Mitchell. Flipped out into the neutral zone. Knocked back into the Winterhawks zone. Tatey will come back to get it. Tatey, pass over to Brown, or pardon me, to Rolston. The defense pairings are all jumbled. Delayed offside as Dean Nixon brings it out for Durham. Randy Cox brings it in. Diving poke check by Rolston, and the Winterhawks come the other way. Mitchell tries to flip it by. Can't do it, and it's cleared out and down the ice. And no icing as that puck swiped into the corner by Sinclair. Ringed around. Mitchell will pick it up. Mitchell as Durham put it out to center. Jay Thompson couldn't get that one as his stick was lifted. Back into the Winterhawks zone. Brown to Rolston. Rolston up the boards to Wardell. Wardell comes away 2-on-2 with Chris King. King going to the net. Finds the trailer. Mitchell shoots. Stopped by Burt. And he covers it up. And he hangs on for the faceoff. Hafling. Winterhawks can't hold it in. Ainsley. Chip on the boards. Ainsley with the puck. Down low to Chris King. King looking out front. Wardell can get a stick on it. Hafling keeps it in. As that puck is shot out to the neutral zone. Jacob Brown back to get it. Pass on the glass up to Chris King. He knocks that one in. Burt out to play it as he shoots it into Chris King out front. And nobody could get a stick on it there as Burt gave it away. Kyler Nixon as the Winterhawks get a change. Braden Rigney goes wide. He's in the corner. Referee runs a little bit of interference, but no damage done. Long pass up in the neutral zone. It is Wardell with Underwood. To McDermott, shoots wide of the net. Wardell. Puck didn't get to him. McDermott steals down low. Down low, McDermott. Out front, McDermott shoots. Stopped by Burt. Underwood has it behind the net. Back to the point, Kyle Rolston. Shoots, doesn't make it. Rolston again, walks in. Kyle Rolston, stop. Doesn't make it. Rolston behind the net. McDermott. Winterhawks putting pressure on the Thundercats. Underwood didn't see the pass. Siegel will pick it up for Durham. Picked off by Kyle Rolston. Rolston gets it up and shoots it in as Winterhawks defense gets a change. Van Dyke to Terpstra. Long pass. Offside is Siegel. 11:06 left in the second period here. It is a 2-all tie between the Durham Thundercats and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks here in Game 5. This best of 7 is tied 2 games apiece. Game 6 tomorrow night in Port Elgin. Andy Fraz plays it deep into the Durham zone. Burt out to play it. Burt gets it to Nixon. Dean Nixon. Pass up. Out to the middle, Brown. Chris Brown for Durham. Waiting for his teammates to get on side as it was brought in Johnston. Behind the net, Dean Nixon to Lucas Schott. Chris Brown shoots it in deep. Knocked away by Hafling. Behind the net, Tatey. Behind the Durham net, setting it up is Brock West. Long pass, deflected into the Saugeen Shores zone, no icing. Squeena with Hafling on him. Squeena plays it down low. Ben Davis couldn't get the first shot away. It's out front. Now it's turned away, and Jay Thompson will pick it up. Pass over to Andy Mitchell. Mitchell brings it into the Durham zone, makes a move. Mitchell, backhander, stopped by Burt. Thompson gets it behind the net. Thompson. He is knocked off the puck, and it will be Kyler Nixon putting it over to his defense partner, Jeff McMillan. Long pass up, too far for Squeena. Terpstra. Terpstra makes a move, brings it in. Loses the puck. Hafling will ring it around to Smales. Dave Grant brings it in. Shot stopped by Bird. He didn't know where it was, but it came down in front of him. Terpstra to Squeena. Squeena has Davis with him. It's shot in. Davis centering pass goes wide. Ainsley. This is turning into a little bit of river hockey as Kyle Rolston picked his goaltender's pocket there and set things up as that pass goes for icing. 8:52 remaining, and Nick Quaid is back. Nick Quaid returns after taking a puck just above the eye.
04-790. That's their ticket. Claim your prize at the bar.
Off the draw, Jason Tremble knocked off the puck, comes out to center. Keith McMillan will shoot it in. Kyle Rolston, long pass up, and Wardell couldn't corral that one as it back comes Kevin Tremble into pit, stopped by Sinclair. Net goes back on. Van Dyke shoots, doesn't make it, goes wide. Kevin Tremble back to the point. McMillan stopped by Sinclair. Greg Tatey will pick it up. Tatey. Long pass up. McDermott couldn't handle it.
Come on, Kate!
Van Dyke. Back pass. Thundercats are changing as Pitt's man hadn't stepped on the ice yet, so he played it. Puck behind the net. Out front, McDermott picks it up 2-on-2. McDermott and Hawk. Hawk brings it in. He's got Rolston heading to the net. Shot was stopped, and it rings around. Underwood will hold it in. Underwood plays it to McDermott. Quaid back to the point. Quaid shoots. Deflects. Score! Trent Hawk! And the Winterhawks take the lead again. Nick Quaid returns and gets an assist. As the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks are back in front on a redirection by Trent Hawk. Goal of the series. And Nick Quaid picks up an assist on his first shift back from being cut. So that's something. Here comes McDermott again. 3-on-2. McDermott holds. McDermott makes a move. In he comes. Backhander goes wide. Here come the Thundercats the other way. Rigney. And the backhander goes wide. Visinen couldn't get a stick on it. Back to the point. Nixon deflects on the shot. It's cleared away. Rigney. In front. Back to the point. Brock West. McDermott clears one down the ice, no icing. The goal reads as Trent Hawk from Nick Quaid and Brent McDermott. It in over the line. Kazarian goes wide. Kazarian centering pass. Fraz couldn't get to it, and it's Brown. Chris Brown bringing it away for Durham. Shooting it in on Sinclair. He grabs it and makes the save. 6:03 to play here in the second period. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks lead 3-2 over the Durham Thundercats.
Let's go!
Jacob Brown carries it to center, shoots it in. Hard off the backboards, right out in front. He gets his own rebound. And Burt was down. He's still down. He scored! Right in front, Dave Grant. Gatlin Burt was all sorts of confused there. Dave Grant buries it. The Winterhawks are up 2. Dave Grant. Jacob Brown took a hard shot off the boards. The rebound came right out to him. He couldn't handle it, but Burt lost sight of the puck. It bounced out to Dave Grant, and he buried it. Mitchell carries it in. Mitchell offside. 5:27. The goal reads Dave Grant from Andy Mitchell and Jay Thompson at 14:13 of the second period. Winterhawks up 2 here in the second period. Smales. Pass up. Wardell couldn't control it. Kyler Nixon. Over to Terpstra. Terpstra brings it in. He's checked by Ainsley. Terpstra spins away from the check to McMillan. Shots. Doesn't make it. That is blocked by Smales. Shot in by Wardell. Chris King will play it. King with Wardell. Wardell back to the point. Kyle Rolston walks in. Rolston waits. Shots. Blocked right in front. Right there. They score. Wardell. Greg Wardell. And the Winterhawks are up 3. Kyle Rolston walked right in. The shot was blocked, but it eventually made it to Greg Wardell. He buries it. And the Winterhawks are up 5-2 here in the second period. Blake Underwood brings it back in. Winterhawks flying. McDermott going to the net. Trent Hawk over to Underwood. Underwood shot stopped by Burt. And it'll be cleared out to center. That goal, Greg Wardell from Justin Ainsley and Kyle Rolston at 15:06. McDermott picks up the puck in the corner. McDermott loses it, and it will be Van Dyke. Jacob Brown in the neutral zone, backpedaling into his own zone, over to Quaid. Up to Trent Hawk. Trent Hawk kicks the puck up to his stick, shot into the netting and out of play. 3:57 to go here. Winterhawks scoring 3 goals in less than 3 minutes to take a 5-2 lead here in Durham. Kazarian behind the net. Kazarian behind the net to Fraz. Fraz looking. Fraz cycles it back to Kazarian. Kazarian's checked to the boards by Pitt. Kazarian nearly stripped of the puck, but he hangs on to Johnson. Johnson shot, rebound, he scored! Andy Fraz! And the Winterhawks are up 6-2. That's going to be all for Burt. Scott Kuglin is coming in. Gatlin Burt's night is over. And Scott Kuglin will come in for Durham as Andy Fraz gets his first of the series. Johnston and Kazarian should pick up assists on that one. 6-2, the Winterhawks lead. Timeout Durham. 4 goals in 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So Winterhawks pouring it on. The goal should read Fraz from Kazarian and Johnston at 16:40. Winterhawks up 6-2 as Scott Kuglin comes in. His regular season record, this is his playoff debut this season, his regular season record 7-4-1 with a 4.20 goals against average in the regular season.
All right, Tech, let's go!
Dave Grant wins the draw. Jacob Brown. Shot in. Jay Thompson. Lucas shot. And carrying it out is Dave Grant. Shooting it in on Kuglin. And McMillan puts Grant into the boards. Tyler Nixon. Back to Jeff McMillan. McMillan pass nearly picked off by Wardell, who knocks it back into the zone. Grant spins away. Grant looking out front. Wardell couldn't get a stick on it. Behind the net. Dave Grant to Wardell. Mitchell cycles back. Grant with Kyler Nixon. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Smales plays it down low. Over the boards comes Chris King. Andy Mitchell. Winterhawks looking like they're on a power play. Back to the point. Smales shoots. Goes wide. Here comes Randy Cox. Goes wide. In behind the net. He's checked by Rolston. Ainsley bringing it in. Puck was bouncing and he couldn't control it. Played back to Kyle Rolston. Terpstra, and that is offside with 1:37 to play. Saugeen Shores Winterhawks up 6-2 here in the second period. 4 goals in 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That puck bounces off right up in front to Squeenia. Misses the net. Off the draw. That one took a big bounce off the side boards. And the Winterhawks come away. Blake Underwood makes a move into the middle. He's clipped. No call as McMillan stuck his leg out on that one. And Winterhawks bench wanted a call. Neither referee put his arm up, and we keep on going. Puck out in front of the net. Sinclair grabs onto it. And they'll take a few extra whacks at Sinclair, and that will draw a crowd. 1:03 left in the second. We'll see if there's any penalties that come of that. Terpstra was right in there taking a couple of whacks. No penalties, so we continue on. 1:03 left in the second period. Kazarian and Rigney to take the draw for their respective teams. Tatey brings it around the boards. Fraz chips it out to center. Van Dyke back to get it for Durham. And that shot the length of the ice. That will go for icing with 46 seconds left in the second period. Flipped out and down the ice. It's going to be an icing call as Fraz couldn't make it to that one. Draw one down the ice. Tyler Nixon back to get it over to Visenen. Andy Fraz shoots it back in. 25 seconds left in the period. Kyler Nixon to Rigney. Rigney stripped of the puck by Kazarian. He shoots it back in. 15 seconds to play. Kuglin holds it for McMillan, who clears it down the ice to Ziegel. He holds it onside. Ziegel knocked into the boards. And that will do it for the second period. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks blow this one open. After 2 periods of play here in Durham, the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks lead the Durham Thundercats 6-2. We will be back for the third period in about 15 minutes' time. Stay with us. Welcome back for the third period here in Game 5 between the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and Durham Thundercats. 6-2, the Winterhawks lead after 2 periods of play. Winterhawks exploding in the second period, but it was Durham who opened the scoring in the second. It was Randy Cox scoring on a rebound from Lucas Schott and Chris Brown at 3:18. And then the Winterhawks poured it on at 12:29. It was Trent Hawk from Nick Quaid and Brent McDermott at 14:13. It was Dave Grant from Andy Mitchell and Jay Thompson. Then at 15:06, it was Wardell from Justin Ainsley and Kyle Rolston. Then at 16:40, it was Andy Fraz from Brian Kazarian and Curtis Johnston. And that ended Gatlin Burt's night in the Durham net. Scott Kuglin has taken over. As we head to the third period, shots on goal so far here tonight. It is 27 for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and 24 for Durham. And here comes Blake Sinclair out for the third period, leading the Winterhawks onto the ice. We have a couple of out-of-town scoreboard updates for you. After 2 periods of play in the Senior A round robin, the Milverton four-wheel drives lead the Ripley Wolves 3-2. And playing in the second period, the Lucknow Lancers lead the Shelburne Muskies 1-0.
Let's go!
Winterhawks starting their big line. Underwood, Hawk, and McDermott. Tatey and Brown on defense. It's Rigney, Visenen, and Ziegel for Durham with McMillan and Kyler Nixon. Jeff McMillan into Ziegel. Ziegel over the line, shoots, deflects wide. In the corner, Rigney. He's hit. Played it behind the net, Ziegel. Looking out front, back to the point, McMillan. Shot stopped by Sinclair, and he hangs on for the face-off. 19 seconds into the third period. Game 6 tomorrow night, 7:30 start in Port Elgin, and if the score is any indication, it will be a 3-2 series lead for the Winterhawks, but we'll just wait and see. Lots can happen here as Johnston fires in on Kuglin, and he didn't know where that went, but Kazarian spins away from a check. Kazarian spins away again. Kazarian back to the point. Hayfling shoots. Doesn't make it. Hayfling looking for a hat trick. As Ziegel brings it in, he's checked off the puck. Penalty coming to the Winterhawks. Van Dyke shoots, stopped, and that will get the whistle. It will be a hook, and I think it'll be Kazarian. Oh, it'll be Johnston. He knew it. Curtis Johnston knew he took the penalty and went right to the box. So, it'll be Durham's second power play of the night. They are 0 for 1, but that first power play was only 19 seconds, so this is their first full power play. They need one here. They trail 6-2. 58 seconds into the third period. At the point, Van Dyke plays it into the feet. Dave Grant steals, and he shoots it down the ice. Kuglin leaves it for Van Dyke. Randy Cox knocked down by Tatey. They battle for it in the corner. Coming away with it is Rigney. Back to the point. Van Dyke stopped by Sinclair. And along the boards, Chris Brown. Dean Nixon checked by Mitchell. Chris Brown. Back to the point. Nixon over to Van Dyke. Stolen by Dave Grant. And Grant has Mitchell going to the net. Kuglin steers that one away. 56 seconds left in the penalty to Johnston. Durham brings it in. Linesman getting in the middle of that. He's okay. Shot down the ice by Kyle Earlston. Jeff McMillan, pass up to Terpstra. Terpstra cuts to the middle. In over the line. Terpstra taking it to the net. And Sinclair dives on that one and hangs on for the faceoff. 28 seconds left in the penalty to Curtis Johnston.
Come on, Cap, let's go! Let's get up!
Terpstra controls off the draw, plays it back to McMillan, over to Kyler Nixon. His pass kept in, is just on the line. Terpstra. Squeenia behind the net, knocked off the puck by Kyle Rolston. Smales and Ziegel battling for it behind the net. Penalty is coming to an end. 3 seconds left. And Johnston comes over the boards. Johnston stays on the ice. Squeenia can't get it by Smales. And Smales will get it out to center. Pass over to Kazarian. And it will be Terpstra bringing it away. Johnston chipping it out. Kyler Nixon, 16 and a half minutes left in the third period. Saugeen Shores leads 6-2 here in game 5. Wardell, pass up to Ainsley. Ainsley shoots. Kuglin hits. Catches as that one. Had to handcuff him a little up around the shoulder. 16-13 to play here in the third period. It is a 6-2 lead for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. If you're just joining us, they broke out for 4 goals in 4 minutes and 11 seconds in the second period to chase Gatlinburg from this game. It's played in behind the net. Penalty coming, and it will be, I don't know who it's on. Saugeen Shores. It will be on the Winterhawks. It'll be a high stick. And Chris King looks like he knows what he did. Chris King will head off. So this will be Durham's third power play of the night. 0 for 2 so far. Back to the point. Kyler Nixon fakes the shot over to Brown. Sinclair rebound, stopped again. Back to the point, Kyler Nixon. Chris Brown, back to the point, Nixon. Back to the point, Kyler Nixon. Cleared out to center by Mitchell, hits Nixon, and almost stolen by Dave Grant. McMillan up to Chris Brown. Pass into the middle, Rigney. Tatey tries to steal it, couldn't get a clearing attempt away. 1:15 left in the man advantage for Durham. Kyler Nixon fakes the shot over to Brown. Brown makes a move. Out in front. McMillan behind the net. Randy Cox knocked down. Chris Brown. Brown back to the point. Kyler Nixon over to Brown. Brown to Rigney. Down low. Randy Cox walks out front, stopped by Sinclair, and the puck is ringed around and down the ice with 45 seconds left in the penalty to Chris King. And there's a man down, Randy Cox. Didn't see what happened. A bit of a commotion in front of the Saugeen Shores net. Randy Cox is down. .42 seconds left in the penalty to Chris King. Cox is up. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. Nobody knows where the puck went. It's the little details. The old hidden puck trick. Doesn't work as well in hockey. So 42 seconds left in the penalty to Chris King. Thundercats control off the draw. It goes back to Kyler Nixon, who plays it back to Van Dyke. Van Dyke chased by Trent Hawk. Van Dyke nearly knocked off the puck, plays it up to Kevin Tremble, and he is offside. 28 seconds left in the penalty. Face off just outside the Winterhawks blue line. As I've mentioned a number of times, Game 6 tomorrow night. 7:30 start in Port Elgin. And unless the Thundercats can mount one heck of a comeback as Tremble steals that one, Durham will be facing elimination as they head into the Plex tomorrow night. Smales spins away from a check. He's hit by Tremble. Along the boards, Kyle Rolston. Penalty coming to an end. Chris King out of the box. He goes to the bench. Kazarian over the boards. Kazarian passes into the feet of Johnston. And it will be Ben Davis picking it up. He's hit by Rolston. Pass up to Fraz. Kazarian has his stick lifted. And it will be Brad Pitt shooting it in for Durham. Not that Brad Pitt, of course, but Terpstra steals, wraps it out, he scores! Bill Terpstra stole it from Sinclair. And we might just get a game out of this one after all. Blake Sinclair was unsure what to do with it and had his pocket picked. That should be an unassisted goal for Bill Terpstra.
Third goal, number 24, Bill Terpstra. Goal was unassisted. On the goal, 13.
Brock West. So it's 6-3 now as the Thundercats have a little bit of life as Jacob Brown had the bomb doors open there. And Rigney just missed. That was offside. Off the draw. Trent Hawk clears it down the ice. Icing was waved off. Dean Nixon will pick it up. 12:48 to play in the third period. Winterhawks leading 6-3. Ziegel over the line, shoots it in. Brown around to Tatey. Tatey up to McDermott. McDermott tries the centering pass, doesn't get to him. And it will be Brock West passing it up to Visenen. Visenen shoots, steered aside by Sinclair. Wrap around out front, loose puck, banged away, and it comes out to center. Trent Hawk in all alone. Trent Hawk around, he shoots, hits the side of the net. Scott Kuglin came roaring out of the net. Trent Hawk got around him. Blake Underwood. Oh. And the arm goes up on that one as Blake Underwood will go for a trip. And another Winterhawks penalty here in the third period. Durham 0 for 3 on the man advantage tonight. Draw. And backhanded out to center. Kyler Nixon. Chris Brown in. Squeenia couldn't get a shot away. Jacob Brown will clear that around and down the ice. 1:30 left in the penalty to Underwood. Rigney to Chris Brown, winds and fires, hits Sinclair in the head, and down he goes. And Jeff McMillan there to take an extra swipe at it just for good measure. Sinclair hit in the head. The helmet popped off, and you hope that would have absorbed some of the impact. Kevin McGivern is the backup tonight. Penalty coming to Durham on the play. It'll be McMillan probably for the extra swipe at while Sinclair was down.
Oh!
Of course, concussions front and center, as always, these days. So they're taking their time and making sure Sinclair is okay. Kevin McGivern starting to stir a little bit on the Winterhawks bench, but Sinclair looks like he's staying in this game. Jeff McMillan is in the box for Durham. So we'll have a minute 14 of 4-on-4, and then the Winterhawks will be on their second power play of the night for 46 seconds. Sinclair is up. He looks to be okay. They're still looking him over. Trainer Scott McMeekin making sure. And Sinclair will stay in the game. 11:08 left in the third period. Saugeen Shores leading 6-3. We'll have 4-on-4 for a minute 14 seconds, and then a Saugeen Shores power play for 46 seconds.
Third number 2, Jeff McMillan, for Time to penalty, 11:08.
So slashing for McMillan, who gave Sinclair a whack after he was down. And here comes Van Dyke, shoots in. Sinclair makes the save, and he hangs on.
All right, Cactus got 10 minutes left. Let's go!
Sinclair's a little slow to get up there. Now Kevin McGivern is stretching over on the Winterhawks bench, so I think if they can get a few more minutes off the clock here, they might go to McGivern for the rest of the game just to get Sinclair out of there. Kazarian. Johnson shot gloved by Kuglin. He makes the save. Nixon up to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Ziegel. Ziegel brings it in. He's taken wide. He horse collars Rolston. Ziegel horse collared Rolston there. No call as Smales shoots wide. Kazarian plays it deep. Van Dyke up. Trent Hawk 2-on-1. Winterhawks are on the power play. Hawk shot stopped by Kuglin behind the net. McDermott back to the point. Hafling over to McDermott. Into the slot. Hawk shoots. Stopped by Kuglin. Underwood couldn't get a stick on it as the puck popped up in the air. Quaid to Underwood. Down low to McDermott. McDermott brings it in front. He's knocked down and kept in by Hafling. Shoots it at the net. Blocked by Kyler Nixon. Underwood back to the point. Hafling. 13 seconds left in the penalty. Quaid over to Underwood. Shot scores! Blake Underwood on the power play. Blake Underwood on the power play, and right in front. And some festivities in front of Sinclair. 7-3, the Winterhawks lead. 9:01 left. So that power play goal, Blake Underwood from Brendan Hafling and Nick Quaid. That is a 3-point night for Hafling. Brown knocked down behind the net, no call. Thompson, pass up to Mitchell. Mitchell. Behind the net, Mitchell gives chase. Plays it behind to Thompson. Thompson around behind the net. Kuglin grabs it and hangs on. 8:32 to play here in the third period. Off the draw, Ainsley's shot doesn't make it. Van Dyke comes away to Pitt. Pitt throws it in on Sinclair. He gloves it and will hang on for the faceoff. Ainsley and Terpstra getting into it now. McMillan plays it down low for Durham. Squeenia behind the net to Terpstra. Centering pass blocked. Terpstra again. Looks out front. Pass. His shot was broken up by Wardell. Wardell will pass up to Chris King. King. And it is Keith McMillan back for Durham. Around the boards. Terpstra will pick it up and play it out to center. Squeenia couldn't control it, and it's Chris King back the other way. King will play it deep. Kuglin with 7:40 left to play. Puts it up to Terpstra. Brad Pitt. Up to Squeenia. Squeenia breaks in on Sinclair. Stopped. Cleared away. And it won't get out as Ben Davis shoots by over the net. And it will be shot in by Wardell. Sinclair is laboring in the Saugeen Shores net. I think we might see Kevin McGivern here to finish off this game. Johnston. Quaid shot stopped by Kuglin. Quaid holds it in. Not for long though, as Chris Brown will chip it out to center. Shot in deep. And that will go too far. 6:42 to play in the third period. Saugeen Shores leading 7-3.
2, 3, 4, 6, 9. 0, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. With under ticket, your winner. Finger prize at the bottom.
Played down behind the net. Chris Brown. Long pass up. Brown brings it in. He's checked by Tatey. Mucked along the boards. Brock West frees it up and shoots it down the ice. McDermott shoots one wide on the backhand. Trent Hawk. Into Underwood. Underwood shot stopped by Kuglin. The rebound was there. Jacob Brown over to Underwood. Underwood spins back. Underwood shoots. McDermott behind the net. McDermott. He fights off a check. Shoots it. And it will be Durham clearing it out to center. Tatey will put it back into the Durham zone. Winterhawks getting a change. 5:37 left in the period. 7-3 for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Stolen by Dave Grant. Grant brings it in, waiting for help. His pocket picked by Kevin Van Dyke. Van Dyke shoots it in, goes wide of the net. Smales. Rigney. Thompson gets around to check. And on the delayed offside, shot in by Dave Grant. 5 minutes to go. Winterhawks up 4, 7-3. And that puck bounces onto the Durham bench. 4:54 left here in the third period. Game 6 tomorrow night. 7:30 start at the Plex in Port Elgin. We will stream that live for you. But if you're in the area, get to the Plex. It should be a good one. Should be a big crowd on hand too, as the weather is sure to be much better than last weekend. Chris King brings it in. King shoots, stop. Wardell shoots off the post. Nick Quaid into Wardell. Shoots, stopped by Kuglin. Steered aside. In the corner, Rigney will come away with it for Durham. Over to McMillan. McMillan, long pass, too far. Sinclair will leave it for Quaid. Wardell. 4 minutes to go. Kyler Nixon plays it deep. Jacob Brown will play it up. And penalties coming here. It will be on Durham. And it will be on Ziegel, and he just got the boot. Ziegel's gone. So we'll see, probably 2 and 10. He'll get roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. Kyler Nixon appears to have volunteered to serve the penalty. Winterhawks 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. They're just looking to finish this sucker off. They will take a 3-2 series lead home for Game 6 tomorrow night. And they will put the Durham Thundercats on the brink of elimination. Kyle Rolston shot. Rebound is there. And Kuglin hangs on to it. Ziegel gets 2 and 10. 2 for roughing, 10-minute misconduct for voicing his displeasure. Kazarian, Fraz, and Johnston with Rolston and Smales. At the point, Rolston. As that puck goes down the ice, 3 minutes, 20 seconds. All right, that makes more sense. Kyler Nixon gets 2 for roughing. Ziegel gets 2 for its 10-minute misconduct. Kazarian in the corner. He's checked. 1:10 left in the penalty. Johnston behind the net to Fraz. Around to Kazarian. Kazarian's pass blocked. Kyle Rolston ends up with it. Over to Smales. Smales, penalty coming to Durham. It will be Brock West. Smales. Kazarian misses the net. Comes back to Smales. Extra attacker on is Blake Underwood. 37 seconds left in the penalty. Another penalty coming to Durham. In front, Smales shot stopped by Kuglin, and he is now picked up a 5-on-3 for 29 seconds. And it will be a cross check on Brock West, I believe. So a 29-second 5-on-3 for the Winterhawks. And Kyle Rolston will head to the dressing room as he at the point. Hafling over to Quaid, back to Hafling, over to McDermott. McDermott in the slot. Hawk shot stopped by Kuglin, cleared away and down the ice. And that will pretty well do it for the 5-on-3. 10 seconds left in that first penalty to Nixon. McDermott. Shot by Hawk was stopped. First penalty over. Nixon out of the box. Tremble steps on for him. Jason Tremble. Another minute 23 left in the penalty to Brock West. McDermott. Up to Underwood. Underwood shot, stop, rebound was there. Puck popped up in the air. And that is cleared down the ice. A minute, 21 seconds left in the game. 59 seconds left in the penalty. And the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks are going to take a 3-2 series lead as they head home for Game 6 tomorrow night in Port Elgin, 7:30. Jason Tremble will clear that down the ice for Durham. 1 minute to go in Game 5. Tatey up to Jacob Brown. Brown holds. Tatey, pass to Brown. Jacob Brown shoots, blocked by Squina. Brown will hold it in. Held in by Dave Grant. Down low to Thompson. 10 seconds left in the penalty. 27 seconds left in the game. Over to Brown. Back to Tatey. Tatey, down low. Mitchell, out front. Thompson couldn't get a stick on that one. 17 seconds left. Penalty coming to Durham. And with 15 seconds left, Dave Grant had his helmet knocked off. And that will be Dean Nixon. He's gone. Well, the referee didn't make a sign, so we'll see what he calls it. "15 seconds left here, 7-3 for Saugeen Shores. They're going to win. "5 minutes on the board. Dean Nixon. So that's more than likely a suspension for tomorrow night, depending on what they call it. And that'll be down the ice, and that'll do it. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks win 7-3 to take Game 5. They are up 3-2 in the series. Tomorrow night, Game 6 at the Plex in Port Elgin. It will be a 7:30 start. We will have Game 6 for you tomorrow night from the Plex. Until then, take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.